Today here on Fixing That Up, we're going to be making some sausage gravy. And to start with, just get your sausage here. And you're going to be wanting to get a little old skillet, and we're going to pan fry that. You can make them up into patties, or you can crumple it all up now. Either way, I mean, you can let it cool after it's patty-rized there and done. And you can crumple it up later, but I'm going to do it in patties because I might have a sausage patty also. So let's get this on cooking. Alright, we got them on cooking. They're going to be on around medium high, whichever you prefer. They're going to cook for about 12 minutes. You need to try to flip these pretty frequently to keep them from burning. And that's what we're going to do now. When these get done here, we'll get on to the next step. They've been cooking now for just a few minutes. Notice all the grease is already in there. I've just flipped them once. All that grease is what we're going to be using to make our gravy with. Okay, we got these plenty well done now. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to stick them on a plate, and we're going to set them to the side for a little bit. You can go ahead and flip off the heat and go ahead and take your the grease and move it off of the eye there so it doesn't start to burn while these sausages cool for a few minutes. Okay, we've got our grease back on here, and we've got it turned down just to low. We've been letting it heat up just a little bit. Next thing we're going to do is add some flour, regular old self-rising. Just put it in here very little bit as you're putting it in. Just shake it in with a tablespoon and stir it in. Wooden spoon is nice here. You're going to see this start to gravy up a little bit. Slow heat this grease up just a little bit more here. Let it start warming up. We're going to need a little bit more flour. This will be about 2 tablespoons worth. And we're going to go ahead and add in 1/4 cup of water. We're going to go ahead and add in about 2 or 3 dashes of salt. Now I use sea salt. And we want to put in at least 5 or 6 dashes of pepper. It needs a lot more pepper in it than it does the salt. We're just going to keep stirring this up right here and mixing it as the grease gets hotter and hotter. And it will start turning into some gravy here. And as the grease gets hotter, I'll turn the camera back on so you can see how it's doing. Alright, we about got most of the flour broke up. Just a few simple tips here. If it's too thin, add flour. If it's too thick, add water. You can also substitute the water for the milk if you want to put the milk in yours. We're going to add a little bit more flour to this one and keep on stirring as it's heating up. Okay, she's starting to thicken up a little bit. Now before it gets too thick, we're going to put this in here to make it where it is sausage gravy. Take the sausage that you cooked earlier, just start crumbling it up inside of it. You haven't got to use all of it, just as much as you'd like. You can mix it up in there and see, you know, what the consistency is going to look like. See if you want more, or if this gets too thick on you, just add a little bit more water or milk like I mentioned earlier. And your heat also, you can start turning it on down to low once it starts getting around the right consistency, or even off. We're going to throw about 1 more of it in here, I believe. Make sure the heat's down. Mix that all in there really nice. And that is ready to pour over some biscuits. Thanks for watching.